Hang out with Mamoru? Well, I suppose I could. Right after I get done establishing the video. Welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. Last time we faced off against Chariot and Justice, the full moon shadows for the previous moon cycle. Now we're moving on to the next moon cycle and all of the daily duties that we have to take care of along the way. What do you got to say, miss? Did you see that? Look at the guy over there. He just spit gum into the fountain. Yeah. So disgusting. What is he thinking? Maybe he has just general apathy instead of apathy syndrome. Now, if you remember, at the end of the last Tartarus video, or rather the beginning of the previous video, I should say, we did get a new request from Elizabeth to ask her out. So we're going to start this off with a nice Elizabeth date. Let's get to it. My.
I've been waiting for you.
Shall we be on our way?
So this is a shrine. It's quite similar to a temple, is it not? A mysterious presence lurks here, though it is markedly different from a shadow. Well then, I shall first observe the local traditions and pay my respects. I wonder if this is enough.
Well, you're making somebody very happy right now. That's a little too much, though. You might want to save some for later.
Is there a problem? I'd heard that the effects of this mystical divine grace were proportional to the amount offered. In any event, I have finished presenting my offering. Come to think of it, this system of monetary offerings is very similar to that of the fountain. There are a great many locations in your world where supplicants may request good fortune. You live in a truly wondrous place. Could those paper strips tied there be... Just as I thought, these are paper fortunes. I've heard of this game. People entrust their destiny to a slip of paper, finding the risk far too exhilarating. I see. There are many possible destinies written on them. Well then, I'd like to experiment with this for myself. Please wait here while I work on obtaining every single variation.
I decided to wait until Elizabeth was satisfied. Where exactly is Elizabeth, like, operating this private mint that she has all these coins? I really want to know.
Excuse me. I've been curious ever since we arrived. But what is that equipment over there? If memory serves, these are a slide and a jungle gem, correct? I see. In the presence of a true god, upholding a pretense of gravitas is all but meaningless. What a magnanimous and introspective message. If that is the case... Fascinating. In order to attain joy, one must first claw one's way to the very top. This playground equipment teaches a profound lesson on the true way of the world.
Elizabeth, these are for children.
Well, that was certainly entertaining. Now, could you please instruct me in the proper use of the jungle gem over here? I can't get out. Oh dear, it's rather difficult to maintain one's balance. Today was even more enjoyable than our other outings thus far. To be honest, lately I've been wondering, do I find this world enjoyable simply because of the novelty of the stimuli it presents? Or another possibility, perhaps I enjoy myself on these excursions because of your company. In any event, I believe I'll have to negotiate with my master to install a horizontal bar in our room. I'd like for you to accompany me again sometime, if you wouldn't mind. Well then, I suppose we should call it a day. But before we do, I I'd like to go on the slide one more time. Shall we seize the opportunity and go in tandem? Ooh!
After Elizabeth had her fun, we headed back to the Velvet Room together. Okay, well, after that, we went down the slide, gave Elizabeth the experience of being a Vietnam POW, and discovered that she has a precarious future as a gymnast. With that, we can now collect our reward. Thank you for earlier. Now then, how may I be of assistance? Well, about those requests that you have for us. Naganaki Shrine, completed.
Wonderful.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Thank you for showing me around Naganaki Shrine. I must say that the harmony between religion and recreation was indeed superb. I am currently in negotiations with my master about introducing a set of horizontal bars in our room. If I should win his favor, please stop by to make use of them. Please take this as your reward. And with that, we get a Vitality Sash. That's an okay reward. So that's where we're going to leave that for now. Now that I think about it, maybe Elizabeth is getting all those coins from all the money I spent on the compendium. Very real possibility. Very real possibility. Funding her own operations here off of my misfortune. Anyway, the cards I carry can be used to strengthen your personas. You can use them to offset personas' weaknesses or enhance their strengths. I'm willing to exchange these cards for gems.
Yeah.
So, you found a new base model? Ah, this will make for a fine piece of equipment. So, I wanted to stop by the antique store because we can actually get some items and some equipment right now. We could hold off on this later until we go back to Tartarus, but why not have a little fun and just see what we can get right now? As she mentioned, well, besides the obvious of all of the nice little powerful consumables we could pick up, she also mentioned that she can give us cards. In this case, she actually means she can give us incenses in addition to skill cards. So, looking at here, we don't really have anything to get any power incenses, magic incenses. One thing that would be really nice to pick up, what we haven't been getting, is luck incenses.
I'm the only one around here who can tell how valuable these items are.
I'm sorry that I was talking over you, lady. I was trying to explain this, but we could also pick up some skill cards like Invigorate, Regenerate, Growth, and you know what? I might want to pick up a Growth 2 card. Let's shop around a little bit and actually see what else we can get, though. So let's see here. We got the Yukari, we got the Holy Knight Sword, which changes your attack affinity to light, but its attack power is so low, it's not really worthwhile. Over with the Nihil Blade, let's see. The Otento Mitsuya is actually a pretty good item for this stage of the game. The Source Yumi, not that great. But I think the best one right now is probably the Flamberge, which gives, or Flamberge, which gives Mitsuru access to Auto Tsukukaja. Very nice ability. Another good one is the Root Cestus, which gives Akihiko a pretty big bonus to the damage he deals on downed enemies. And actually, I could get both of these, so yeah, why not? These are both pretty good upgrades at this point. Don't really care about any of the other Nihil Blade weapons. Over here with the Nihil Cloth, let's see, we got Plate Mail, let's see, Stab-Proof Vest, Sorcery Robe might actually be worth picking up, but I want to see what else I can get. Let's see, a Light Protector, Electro Shoes, and Dancing Heels. All pretty interesting stuff here. Probably the Leg Protector is worth getting a couple of. That +3 Endurance is pretty nice. Sorcery Robe, obviously greatly appreciated by Mitsuru and Yukari, so I might pick up a couple of those if I have any Onyx left. Let's see here, though. Oh, I just missed an opportunity to pick up some bracers here. We can get Fire Bracers, Ice Bracers, Thunder Bracers, or Wind Bracers, which would be very nice to have, of course, on the respective specialists. Wind Bracers and Ice Bracers especially. It's going to be a little bit before Mitsuru gets access to Ice Boost, and Yukari never gets access to Wind Boost.
Found it. It's hard to keep track of where things are when you have so much stuff.
Lady, you're distracting me. I'm trying to explain stuff here. And of course, we've got a bunch of ailment immunity accessories here we could pick up, but I don't really care for these, so let's pick up a Growth 2 card, and we can start duping that when the opportunity presents itself. And let's see, what can I get with the Nihil Cloth? No Onyx is left, but let's just see if I can trade for any gems here. You can also occasionally trade for gems. Looks like she's not offering anything up right now, so we'll have to wait until we can get more Onyxes in order to purchase there. I might look into something later, but that'll be all we'll do with the antique store for now, and we'll divvy out that equipment we got. Also, something that I forgot to do before we did the boss fight in the last video. I just went into that completely unprepared. I had a spare power incense I was intending to use on Aigis. Look at that, 39 strength. She's doing quite well for herself at this stage of the game. That's the power of excessive focus on a single character. Anyways, with all that taken care of, we can go hang out with Mamoru now. Actually, I gotta make sure that I have a star persona, so let me take a look here. I'm gonna go grab a star persona real quick, and then we'll go hang out with Mamoru. I just quickly grabbed a Neko Shogun from the compendium. I don't specifically need it right now for this social link, but I will need it sooner rather than later, so may as well pick it up at this point. So, Mamoru, hey Zeller, what's up? Want to grab some chow? Sounds good to me. Hayase invited me to eat with him. I feel as if we can grow closer thanks to the Star Persona Neko Shogun. Man, I feel like I might grow closer to Hayase soon. Sounds good to me. Should I spend the day? I see no reason not to. Oh, you down? Alright then. How about we get some ramen, since you're already here and all.
Man, this is good. If I had the money, I'd get some for Mom. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I get to eat here for free. Not just here, but every restaurant in the strip mall. They're all supporting me. I'm the only one who can eat as much as I want, wherever I want. But I feel kind of bad, like I'm taking advantage of their kindness, so sometimes I pay the bill anyway. Someday, I'll pay them back for everything. But for now, I gotta take whatever I can get. That's why I have to make it big. It's for everyone who's been helping me.
Sounds like a lot of pressure, man. Don't burn yourself out.
Well, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. A little pressure can be a great motivator. All that matters is how you deal with it. By the way, who would you say is your biggest rival?
You know, man. The guy in the mirror is always gonna be your toughest opponent.
True. You can be your own worst enemy, but at the same time, your greatest ally. You do get it. There isn't really anyone left who I want to compete with. The other guys on my team can't even keep up with me. Guess what I'm looking for is a real challenge. Hey, you should think about taking track more seriously. Then we can really push each other, or even reach new limits together.
Hayase seems to see some potential in me. I would hope so, with all that Tartarus expeditions we've been doing. With that, the Star social link has reached rank 2. Soon we'll be reaping even greater benefits from it.
We'll catch each other between training sessions. Later.
I parted ways with Hayase and went back to the dorm. What an upstanding young man with a bright future ahead of him.
Oh, welcome back.
Got nothing else to say to me, Ken? Anyway, let's talk to Ken, just to get a little bit more out of him. I saw something on TV about people with apathy syndrome. Apparently everyone was cured all at the same time. It's a little strange, isn't it? I mean, there's no way everyone can recover at the exact same time. So how? That's actually pretty reassuring, though. We've only been hearing murmurs that we've actually been having any effect, and of course our team have been discussing how they've been seeing less people with apathy syndrome up until the full moon, where the numbers increase. So it's good to know we've actually been having some tangible benefit there.
Hello there.
There are 4 shadows remaining. Let us do our best next time, too. However, the members of Strega also appear to be our enemies. Let us remain vigilant and continue taking shadows down. Well said, Aigis, well said. Dude, our missions are always so exhausting. Last night was even worse because we ran into those Strega guys. And they look pretty, like a pretty annoying bunch. Man, I wish they'd just piss off. Yeah, but things can never be that simple. Everyone seems so exhausted. We don't have the whole group here anyway, so let's skip going to Tartarus tonight. Wasn't really planning on it, I just wanted to see how you were doing, Fuka. Yeah, you may of course notice that Yukari is over here, ready to cook up a delicious meal, and I think we could use it after the expedition that we went on. However, I actually want to take the time to check something out real quick, so let me just, yeah, I just want to make sure I have a good backup to, look at this before and after. I actually want to just quickly spend some time on the computer and use a URL we otherwise might not get a chance to look at. So let's take a look at this revenge site note. Seemed my courage may not get any higher. Should I still spend my time using the computer? Indeed, let's take a look at it. Let's see what this URL leads to. Host Revenge website. This must be the site from those rumors. There are all kinds of requests posted here. Redacted. I know he's always talking about me behind my back. I hate it. I want revenge. The hate-filled posts pleading for revenge go on and on. Bearing witness to the ugly side of humanity has strengthened my resolve. Okay, so this URL is actually somewhat interesting because if you use it later in the game, you get different text for it. So let's back this up a little bit. Obviously, we don't need to strengthen our resolve by seeing the ugly side of humanity, so let's hang out with Yukari instead and see what we can whip up in the kitchen this time. Got a sec? You know that sauteed chicken I messed up last time? Oh, it turned out just fine, Yukari. I figured out what went wrong. This time, I'm gonna do it right. Sounds like Yukari wants to cook together. Wanna help? Come on, anyone can do it. Sure, let's get to it. Let's get cracking in round 2. Awesome, let's go make something tasty.
Alright, this should be enough. There was a program on TV the other day showing how to make tender chicken breasts. Slice against the grain, marinate it in sauce, and then cook gently at a low temperature. I'm gonna reclaim my pride today. Just you wait.
Come on, you've got this, Yukari.
Thanks, you can count on me. I'll make it so good you'll be asking for seconds. So, we have to wash our hands first, and then you're in charge of the rice and veggies.
I made chicken sauté with Yukari.
Mmm, so tender and juicy. Way better than last time. See? This is what I'm capable of. I knew I could do it if I tried. I can tell you like it too. That look on your face says it all. I couldn't help but laugh when you started wolfing it down.
Well, there we go. We got another chicken sauté. Very good.
Oh, but you didn't actually say yum. Anyway, let's eat up. We still have cleaning to do after this.
Hi, how are you doing? I remembered a little more. The end won't be brought about by any one person in particular. It's going to happen because there are many who wish for it, almost as if it was decided from the beginning. But isn't it strange that there are those who would wish to bring about the end?
As much as I'd hate to say it, I do think there are some people who probably would wish for that.
I see. Well, I guess if you're unhappy, you'd want it to be over quickly, huh? Otherwise, you might end up consumed by hatred for everything in this world. Well, enough of that for now. There was one more thing I wanted to tell you today. Soon, the flowers of poison will bloom. 3 in the rival garden, and 1 in your own. I don't know if this has anything to do with the end, but you should be careful.
Well, this would just be patently false, but thanks for the warning, Pharaohs.
I'm happy to hear you say that. I'll let you know if I find out anything else. That's what friends are for, right?
Pharaohs gives me a carefree smile. I sense a bond between Pharaohs and me. And we get another cool rank skip as we reach rank 5 of the Death Arcana. So now we get 3 level ups from fusing Death Personae. Pretty significant bonus for free.
Well then, good night.
Over in FES, we've got a new batch of requests from Elizabeth. These will be unlocking the very next day in Reload, but we have a little bit of an advanced access to them in Persona 3 FES and Portable. Of course, we've got our standard Tartarus requests over here. We've also got I'd Like a Drink That Shares My Name. We've got Retrieve 1 Homunculus, and let's see, the Silver Medal request was over there. And we've also got the date to go on with Elizabeth in this version as well, which will of course be bundled into the supplemental video. I'm going to just take care of these requests, and just note that the method for completing I'd Like a Drink That Shares My Name, as well as the date, obviously, are identical between Persona 3 FES and Persona 3 Reload, so nothing too interesting to go over there. What I would like to do, though, before We get done with returning in this request since we already have a homunculus. I see you've obtained the homunculus, an artificial creature created by man. It lives only to die, unaware of its sad plight. Thank you for showing me such a rare thing. And we get a pretty decent reward, 4 precious eggs. These are a full SP restore. Extremely powerful item to get in bulk, so very nice. But as I was saying, one thing I'd like to do is just pop around town and talk to people during the summer, going on the Elizabeth date later, but talk to people during the summer, because we're otherwise not really going to get a chance to in the immediate future, because there's quite a bit that's going to be locking down our ability to interact with people during the day. So one thing I would like to bring attention to is that Nozomi is hanging out at Polonia Mall during the summer. Now, if you initiated his social link in Reload, the same would be true there. If you haven't initiated his social link by the time summer has started, though, for whatever reason in Reload, Nozomi just completely disappears from the game until school resumes. This is not the case in FES. You can start his social link whenever you like. I'm not really sure why that was changed between versions. Anyways, time to talk to people. Did you just see that? Look at the guy by the fountain. I was wondering what he'd do with this gum. Oh, hey, we already saw this one. So, we can just move on to the next person. Sometimes that girl over there who's stalking me loses my trail. Then what? I don't know why, but I get anxious when that happens. Ah, so this is the stalker arc. Wait a sec. Am I obsessed with her too? Oh dear, this is getting complicated. Our kids are off on their summer vacation. I'm exhausted from making their meals every day. One of the women in my neighborhood says she pre-cooks massive amounts of udon. Then she rotates between sesame dressing, ponzu, and shredded daikon, so it always tastes differently. I figure we housewives need summer vacation too, so I decided to copy your method. Hey, that is efficient. My friend knows a lot about that revenge website. Like a little too much, you know? Makes me wonder if he's been using the site to take revenge. I used to hang out here with him, but now, I don't want to get anywhere near him. Yeah, I'd be a little leery. It's summer vacation, isn't it? You young folk are supposed to go around and have the time of your lives. Ask a girl out, even if she slaps you across the face. That can be a great summer memory too. Good point, old man. I'm gonna go get myself beat up right away. Moving on. I'm popping over to Gekkoukan High real quick, just to show off something that you can actually do at any time when school is closed. The gate is closed. It's summer break. You'll get varying dialogue depending on the reason school is closed, but yeah, you can come to Gekkoukan High when it is closed just to be immediately turned away, if that's your thing. The beach. She's asked me to go to the beach? How did this happen? Am I really allowed to go? I wonder what the situation is there. Oh, hey, I'm trying to talk to your lady here. He's a sweet guy, but he seems to be holding back. It's like he won't allow himself to enjoy life. Even after his friend and I offered to take him to the beach. He just keeps turning us down, over and over. We'll never have fun that way. Okay, it's, looks like things are a little rocky between friends here, but I won't leave him, don't get me wrong. Well, I'll just, let that situation resolve itself, not really my business. You sure see a lot of couples during summer vacation, huh? Maybe I should get a girlfriend. It's a lot of trouble, though. Like, just now, I saw a couple having an argument, and the girl was like, I'm gonna report you to that revenge website. What was she talking about? That sounds like a relationship that's doomed to end, possibly literally. When you hear locust sound effects on a show or movie, doesn't it remind you of summer? Well, that's cicadas, bro. Do you know they usually cut the locust sounds out when exporting movies or TV to other countries? In places with no locusts, when they hear that sound, they think it's just static or white noise. I wish I could think that, but no, I'm quite familiar with that buzzing. During summer vacation, this place is so quiet since there aren't any students rushing onto the train. I like the quiet. Okay, that's pretty boring. Don't need to talk to Rafflesia, although if you are looking to buy date gifts, which is pretty important in Persona 3 Vanilla, the Rafflesia shop is your one-stop for that. Oh, look at the cat, he's so chunky now. The weakened cat has eaten all the cat food and has regained his former energy. He seems to have also grown. Seems you won't need to come feed it anymore. I'm glad to hear that. Those assholes are just using us to gather info. They think we're some handy-dandy tool that'll give them the scoop on any time they ask. There's something wrong with those guys. I'm guessing he's talking about Strega, since we know from beyond the fourth wall that they hang out here. You gotta show some respect when you're talking to one of my gang. Those 3 guys were acting like they own the place. What's the problem? You know, our characters are so far only aware of 2 members of Strega. I wonder if that'll cause any problems in the future. Anyway, I saw my teacher at the mall. He seemed really tired. I tried to talk to him, but he just smiled. He's so boring. He's exactly the same out of class as in it. It's a shame when you don't like your teacher. When I was a kid, my teachers didn't like me, and it was mildly upsetting, but that's okay. Let's move on to Iwatodai Strip Mall. Making a slight cut there because I want to challenge you right now, right here on the screen. There is a social link opportunity, and it's not the Bookworms bookstore. Can you spot it? Alright, giving you a minute to scan the screen. Right over here, this is where Mamoru hangs out in this version of Persona 3. It is actually surprisingly easy to miss him, because he has a pretty nondescript appearance, and his light blue tracksuit kind of does not help him stand out very much when the PS2 versions of Persona 3 have a very distinct blue tint to everything. So yeah, definitely make sure you spot Mamoru here. It's actually very easy to miss him, and I have to imagine more than a couple people did not initiate a social link with him at all when playing this game. Anyway, at Hagakure, try ordering cold ramen by saying "koramen" to the waiter. If he understands what you said, I heard you won't get heat stroke. Okay, that must be some kind of urban legend that I'm not familiar with. What kind of cat do you think it is? Well, it's orange, so I'd say it's a Garfield. Probably just a stray, more practically though. You could tell, huh? It's a stray cat! But he's my friend! The first time I met him, he didn't even run away. He came up to my hand. So that means he's my soulmate, right? You can totally find pet cats in the garbage. I've known several people that have done it, and my mom's cat for the longest time was found in the garbage. I did not mean to imply that he mostly spent his time in the garbage, it's just, tragically, he has recently passed. Sad. Let's move on from that. I got a scoop! These incidents all started with that god in the shrine's curse. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Well, you can't rule out the possibility. You don't have to be so humble. Okay. I found that website, the one about revenge, remember? I wanted to get my revenge on this guy, but I chickened out. I closed the tab right away. I'm not even sure if I had the right URL. Hey, wise decision. Anyways, going forward for the remainder of the week until we hit a certain point, we're going to be hanging out with Maiko, and then we're going to be starting Mamoru's social link on Sunday. However, there will also be a side quest, not tied to anything Elizabeth asks of us, available on that day, that I will want to initiate there, and I'll be cutting back when I get that started. With that established, let's get on to what I need to do. Over in Persona 3 Portable, we're going to be spending Friday with Bunkichi and Mitsuko. Been a while since we've seen them. We're also going to be hanging out with Mutatsu tonight and on Sunday evening. And then on Saturday, I'll be hanging out with Maiko, though we will be getting no rank up there, as well as, of course, doing the obligatory quiz game. There may also be something I'm cutting back for, because I have the sneaking suspicion that I screwed something up, but hopefully I didn't. We'll see, we'll see.
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking. I'm calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I thought it prudent to inform you. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
Elizabeth said that a previously blocked path is now open. In addition to that, Elizabeth has a slew of new requests for us to answer, so we'll be getting to that today. I should go check it out next time I go to Tartarus.
It's me. I'm sorry to disturb you, but do you have a moment?
Yeah, coming.
Good morning. There's actually something I need to tell everyone, but I think it would be best if you saw it for yourself. So I'd like for all of us to meet in the command room tonight. I'll see you then.
Sounds urgent. Hope it's not bad news. Guess we'll just have to see. Anyways, like I said, we've got some requests to take care of. I'm also just going to quickly pop over to Naganaki Shrine, not to hang out with Maiko at this particular moment, but just so I can dupe a card and not forget later. Alright, Elizabeth, hit me with the requests. I'm ready for anything you can dish out. So, let's take a look at all the Elizabeth requests that we've got here. We've got a few that we can turn in right away. So, bring an item you can only receive when a social link has been maxed out. Oh, seems you've already completed this request. One moment, please, while I check. So this is proof of one of your bonds. Though it's made out of ordinary material, I can sense some sort of warmth from it. You've nurtured a beautiful bond, a precious, irreplaceable bond. Please take this as your reward. And we get a space badge. Very nice. Also, level 38 persona. Oh, it appears you've already completed it. And we get a marionette. This one will allow us to fuse Nebulos. Very cool. Let's see here. So, now we have, what's this? I'd like to become a straw millionaire. Bring what you get after bartering items. Okay. Have you ever heard of the story about the straw millionaire? It is the story of the man who becomes wealthy after continuously bartering for one item for another. I'd like to see if such a feat is possible in reality. Thus, I have prepared this bandage wrap for you. Please use this bandage wrap as your first bargaining chip and trade it for something satisfactory. Alright, got a little side quest right there. What do we got here? Word has it that the ultimate drink in your world is something called aujiru. However, the taste is described as super gross. How intriguing indeed. After all, if I'm to drink something, I would like for it to taste good. Therein lies my request. Would you please look for a delicious aujiru for me? Alright. And let's see, right here we've got, I'd like a drink with my name. I've come across a rumor I cannot dismiss. Apparently my name is being used somewhere without my knowledge or consent. According to the rumor, this beverage is only available in an unpopular spot. Please conduct a thorough investigation of this beverage as it concerns my reputation. Alright, that works for me. Let's see, attempt 100 shrine visits. Bring what you receive from praying at the shrine. Okay. Are you aware of the ritual called the 100 Shrine Visits that supposedly grants wishes? I would love to witness the miracle of the gods myself. However, I cannot abandon my duties here. So, would you please visit the shrine on my behalf? As for my wish, 500 yen bills are extremely rare in your world, yes? Then I'd like to wish for one. Okay, well, that's simple enough. And then let's see, okay, this is something we'll have to trade for. Let's see, perform King and I. We're actually pretty close to fulfilling this one. Retrieve the 5th old document, another one we can fulfill pretty soon. And let's see, allegedly, something called a home-cooked meal, which possesses a special kind of flavor, exists in your world. I'm curious what it tastes like. Very much so. Could you bring me something with the flavor of this home-cooked meal? It can be either food or beverage. I have no preference. Well then, I'll be looking forward to it. And we do have several things that we could provide here, so let's see what we can give. It appears you have what I believe to be a home-cooked meal. What would you like to give me? How about the Lux Night Tea? Ah, so this is what home cooking tastes like. An elegant, rich flavor, one with a luxurious mouthfeel. I believe I now understand why people crave the taste of home cooking. Thank you very much for sharing this culinary delight. Please take this as your reward. And we immediately get the legendary cleaver. Do I still have anything that I can trade for Otento Mitsuya?
That reminds me.
Actually, as soon as I get into the antique store, she prompted me with new dialogue mentioning Club Escapade. I heard through the grapevine that the owner there's been collecting gemstones as a hobby. Good grief. What's he even going to do with them? I can get so much more use out of them. Ah, there I go again. Sorry, I don't mean to complain. What can I do for you today? This is an important hint, as this means that we can get gemstones from, okay, yeah, I don't have enough black quartz, but we can buy gemstones from Club Escapade, and their inventory will update as we progress through the game. Anyways, I can't get Otenta Mutsuya, so next we're going to have to complete another request for Elizabeth right here. She's got another one waiting for us. Let's see, I'd like to see a mysterious potato. By the way, I heard a rumor that a potato grown with painstaking love and care will develop a mysterious power. I believe you can obtain the proper seeds to grow such potatoes from a shop that deals in plants. Would you please grow and nurture a potato to verify the authenticity of these claims? Well, I'm just already several steps ahead of you, Elizabeth. Take this potato. I sense an unusual power emanating from you. Do you perhaps have one of the potatoes you've grown? Let's give her a Rakukaja potato. What a truly bizarre potato. I can sense an unusual power radiating from it. I imagine it would make a rather appealing meal. Why are you giving me such a strange look? In any case, the request is now completed. Please take this as your reward. And we get an Ergotite shard. Cool, cool. Alright, so let's leave that off here, and let's get to work on fulfilling other requests. To begin the 100 Prayers request, we need to come to the Monetary Offering Shrine. Come to think of it, Elizabeth asked me to find a 500 yen bill by visiting the shrine 100 times. Well, maybe I should pray before I go. So far, there's no sign of my prayer being answered. Maybe I'll try again later. This is a multi-step quest, so we just need to come here every day and pray until we complete it. Next up, we've got a couple things we can do in Port Island Station. First off, this gentleman is apparently looking for something that we have. Damn it, stinks pretty bad. Just my friggin' luck, huh? The hell do you want? Can't you see I'm not really in the mood for talking right now? Wait, what do you got there? Bandages? Huh, perfect timing. Can I have them? Yeah, go ahead. Thanks, man. Huh. Oh, that should work for now. Feeling like I owe a punk like you doesn't sit right with me. You're a student, right? Guessing Gekakon if you're from around here. Here, I'm not thanking you or nothing, but you can take this. I picked it up over at the other station. It's not like it's worth anything to me anyways. And we get a student handbook. Cool, cool. Seems like we've got quite the tsundere delinquent over here. Anyways, there's another thing we can do here. Over in the bar, que sera sera. I hear voices from below. Whoa, not bad. Bet this'll be popular. Should I go downstairs and enter? Yes. Sorry, we're not open yet. Hey, aren't you still in high school? You're not supposed to be here. The bartender keeps staring at me. I wonder if it's because of my charm. You do need a certain level of charm in order to complete this request. I believe it's actually max charm is necessary to complete this. You look like you've been around the block a time or two. Well, guess it can't hurt. Can you try this new cocktail I whipped up? Don't worry, there's no alcohol in it. It's my own little concoction for customers who can't drink alcohol. I'm hoping to expand our clientele, you see. Cheers. I guess I'll try the non-alcoholic cocktail. It's a perfect balance between sweet and sour. There's a refreshing flavor. So, what do you think? Good, huh? Yeah, it's pretty great, actually. And right, I knew you'd like it. Tell you what, I'll give you a bottle of it, on the house. When I go catch some Z's, come back when you're legal, and I'll let you try the stuff good. I'm gonna go catch some Z's. Sorry, I misread that first line. We got the Queen Elizabeth, so that's another request completed. Let's move on. Stopping at Rafflesia real quick, they are selling a new plant, Soul Spinach Sprout, aka the thing that you want to grow whenever you have the opportunity, because Soul Spinach Sprouts generate SP restoring items, giving us a, no, not quite infinite source of SP restoring items, but a easily fulfilled source of SP restoring items, so definitely have a good supply of those and plant them constantly. Over here, oh man, this is bad. Where did I drop my student handbook? Do you need something? I'm a little busy here now. Hey, wait, that handbook you're holding. Can I see that student handbook? I was just looking for mine. Yeah, absolutely. It is mine! Thanks, you saved me. Oh yeah, as a thank you. Here, take this. And we get an irresistible catnip. Interesting. I got this for free when I was shopping at Aigis Pharmacy, but I don't own a cat. Anyway, if you have no use for it, just give it to one of the cats at the strip mall. Alright, works for me. Moving on. Over at the strip mall, we find the cat-loving boy, someone we've talked to a handful of times in FES, and now we can actually do something for him in Reload. I tried putting on cat ears, but the cat still won't even look at me. Maybe if I had a cat toy. I don't think I have enough to buy one. Oh, is that a cat toy? You have a pet cat? No, but you can have it. I can? Thanks! Oh, I should give you something in exchange. Oh, I know. You can have this cat earband. I don't need it anymore. Here you go. Maybe Elizabeth would like this headband. I mean, as good as anything else we can get. I should try showing it to her. Alright, next order of business. Heading back to the mall, we can get our next quest advanced by going to Aigis Pharmacy. Come to think of it, Elizabeth said that she wanted to try some tasty augiru. Might be able to find some here. Hey kid, what can I get you today? I'd like some augiru. Do you sell it? Oh, sorry. I don't have any for sale right now. I used to, but it didn't sell well and was apparently only used for days. That said, I did recently come up with a new augiru creation that I consider my magnum opus, and maybe I'd be willing to exchange it for the vintage Yagen from the antique shop next door. I'm just joking. That thing's way out of a student's budget. Sorry, but you'll have to give up on the augiru. Don't worry, I got plenty of other fine goods. He does. He sells stuff like life ointment, which is mechanically equivalent to bombs of life. A rare item you can only pick up in Persona 3 FES and Portable. We can just buy it now if we want to. Really good. Oh, okay, you can trade for it at the antique store also, but you know, you essentially have to collect items to get it still anyway. Now, with that established, we can turn in a handful of requests to Elizabeth right now.
Good day.
So, first order of business, let's take it from the top here and complete the Cat Headband quest.
Wonderful.
Seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check.
Oh my.
Oh my! What is this delightful item? I cannot resist the urge to put it on. Well, here goes nothing. Meow. I can see. Wearing this will transform you into a cat in the blink of an eye.
You have my thanks.
Thank you for this lovely gift. Now I too can be a straw millionaire. Please take this as your reward. And we get a whole bunch of turquoise. Nice. Yeah, Elizabeth likes to give out gems every now and again. Seems you completed a request.
My apologies.
I see. So this is the beverage that bears my name. It does indeed say Elizabeth on the label, and there's a very lovely, very rich aroma. If I'm to be honest, it does make me feel a little prideful. I'll take some time to enjoy it later. Please take this as your reward. And we get another weapon material. You know what? Let's pop over to the antique store real quick and just take a look at the things that we can make with those materials we got, because we can make some pretty good stuff, provided we have the gems for them, which we probably don't. The vintage Yagen? That's quite the rarity if you set your eyes on. Well, that's fine. Bring me the gems and it's yours. Mind you, that's one of my more valuable wares, so it'll cost you more than you might be used to. Just let me know whenever you're ready to swap for it.
Yes.
So, you found a new base model. Ah, this will make for a fine piece of equipment. So, first off, we've got the AS genetic material over here. Can make some interesting weapons here. A vanilla weapon for Aigis, which is useless. However, we could also get her a phalanx shell, provided we had enough onyx, which gives her counter-strike. Very nice. We've also got more bracers here, light bracers, dark bracers, slash bracers, strike bracers, and pierce bracers. These bracers are very great for our physical fighters. Boosting abilities for physical types did not exist in Persona 3 FES and Portable, so these are a huge get.
It's hard to keep track of where things so. What will it be?
Over here, we've got the Gale Bow, which unfortunately does not provide wind boost, but does change Yukari's affinity to wind, which is redundant, so... Over here, we've got the Blazing Greatsword, which changes Junpei's affinity to fire, also pretty useless. God, all these weapons just change affinity. This one's a little bit more interesting. Changes Mitsuru's to dark. Since she doesn't really care to attack with her weapon anyway, I mean, the extra coverage might be interesting. Let's see, we could make a Jack Jumper, interestingly enough, and that would give us null ice on the protagonist. Pretty cool, although we have plenty of Personae that can give us immunity to that. Let's see, null fire. Here's a really good piece of equipment, the Genbu leggings, or Genbu's leggings. These provide strength +3 and counter. Let's see, version 0 armor, another very good piece of armor. This gives Aigis an extra turn of Orgia mode, so very nice right there. And Ergotite legs, giving regenerate +1 to Aigis. Just so many good things that we've got here that we can make with the Ergotite shard, so lots of choices we have when we have the relevant items, though we will definitely want to pick up more Ergotite shards in due time. With all that taken care of, I've been leaving Maiko hanging for long enough. I feel like it's time we spent some time with her. Here! Can we play together today? Pretty please? And we can grow closer soon. Which means we'll grow closer right now. What should we do today?
I'm kind of hungry. Let's go out to eat. What do you want to get?
How about some hamburgers?
Oh, I want a frog burger from Wild Duck. Come on, let's go! So, the other day, Mom and Dad, they talked to me about why they were getting divorced. It was sad. But I listened to the whole thing. Did I do good?
Yeah, you're a good kid, Maiko. I'm not going to word it like this.
Thank you. So, Mom and Dad, they said when there's no love, it's hard to stay married. But they said not to worry, because they would love me no matter what. So I told them it's okay if they get divorced. It must be hard to live with someone you don't love. Hey, so I have to choose if I want to live with Mom or Dad. Who do you think I should pick?
Preferably the one that doesn't hit you.
Yeah. Mom cries all the time now. I don't want her to be all alone. Maybe I should go with her. Oh, if I go with Mom, I might have to move somewhere far away. And then I won't be able to play with you anymore. That's no fair. I miss you too much.
Maiko seems very fond of me. I feel like we're growing closer. And with that, we get another rank up for the Hangman Social Link. This one is super close to maxing out.
I better get home. Hey, will you hold my hand on the way home?
After seeing Maiko home, I headed back to the dorm.
Have we received a new mission?
I don't know, but the alarm's not ringing.
Huh? Koro-chan! Are your wounds healed up? Huh? Where'd you get this collar?
That collar is designed to help control his persona. Basically, it's an evoker for dogs.
Wait, does that mean Koromaru is going to fight with us?
I honestly wasn't expecting this either, but the test results show it's quite possible. In fact, it was actually a request from the chairman. We'll be looking after him here in the dorm.
Koro-chan, is this what you want? He says, I'm returning the favor.
Man, you're one loyal dog.
Hey, sounds good to me. I, for one, welcome him with open arms. The more the merrier, right? Who cares if you're a dog?
Welcome to the team. Actually, not good to have you, boy.
All right, I'll take him for a walk. And it's the perfect time, because it's summer break.
Yes, it is. You're free to enjoy your vacation, but don't forget about your schoolwork. Summer classes start next week, so don't lose focus just because we have a lot of time off.
Summer... Wait, what'd you say?
Summer classes. Did you not hear about them? We're going to be taking supplemental courses. I've already applied for all of us. I know how difficult it's been to balance both school and our late-night excursions. I'm sure you haven't had much time to study, so I apologize for that. The chairman agreed it was a good idea as well. I could have sworn I told Takeba and Yamagishi.
Are you serious? First I've heard of it.
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot to mention it.
No way!
Hey, you're the one with the worst grades here. Why are you so surprised?
Come on! I want to hear it. This sucks. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm being conscripted rather than being helped out here.
Well, it's only for a few weeks, so let's do our best.
At any rate, we've gained a new ally, Koromaru. He's a loyal companion who will fight valiantly for his master. As a team leader, I must properly support him. Yes, we've got a dog party member. Koromaru has joined Seas. Let's take a look at him real quick. He is a real good boy in Persona 3 Reload. Let's just see. He's got the Persona Cerberus, and he comes with a pretty wide array of abilities, although he doesn't have the full access to them at this point. He has Eiga, Maega, Mamuto for a low chance to insta-kill, Maragian, making him a alternative firecaster to Junpei, and the Revolution skill to greatly raise everybody's critical hit rate, which actually synergizes quite well with Junpei in spite of the redundant coverage. As you can see, he also has much stronger resistances, nullifying fire and darkness, though he does have a very precarious weakness to light skills, so be mindful of when things slinging around Hama come in. He is incredibly evasive, and he has decent strength and magic, so all around just a pretty good fighter. You'll also note that if you take a look at his equipment real quick, he has a unique mechanic, somewhat similar to Aigis, although much different in execution. Koromaru cannot equip any footwear, being a dog and all, but his bare paws convey him an evade rate of 125, the highest evasion rate possible in the game. Your characters can eventually match this, but it is with very, very powerful equipment that you're not liable to get before the end of the game. You'll only really have it for the ultimate bonus boss. So Koromaru, very good addition to the team, hoping to get a lot of mileage out of him going forward. Now, as you can see, let's see, Junpei is available to garden, but we've already completed all his gardening events, so that would be pointless to do. We can also hang out with Akihiko. Let's see what Yukari has to say over here.
What?
Summer school, huh? Well, it's not that I hate studying that much, but I just don't think we should have to go to school during summer vacation, you know? Same here, same here. Sounds like it bites.
Could it be?
I didn't expect to meet Persona users outside of ourselves, and those we've located and recruited. Not to mention ones filled with malice and hostility. As if we haven't been busy enough keeping the shadows at bay. Man, truly the fiercest enemy. Can I help you? Well, let's talk real quick.
By the way,
What are we going to do about Koro-chan's meals? Are we going to buy dog food or cook homemade meals for him? We should decide soon. I'm sure he'd appreciate anything we came up with. Dogs can be very reliable, you know. Why, there are rescue dogs, seeing eye dogs, narcotic detection dogs. Let's put our trust in Koromaru. Can you do all of those things?
I comprehend.
Koromaru-san's persona exhibits a unique characteristic. It seems he has 2 different theurgies that can be activated. Wait a second. This is one of his biggest advantages. You know, I didn't even think to check that. I guess it's a good thing you said something. But yes, Koromaru has another unique trait starting out. He has 2 theurgies. He also, fitting in with his versatile attack abilities, he gains additional theurgy gauge when exploiting weaknesses, but his first theurgy is Hound of Hades, a severe dark damage attack to one foe. Pretty good if you stack some darkness boost onto it. And also, he's got Power Howling, a very good theurgy. This applies power charge to everybody in the party, or rather, I should say charge, as it's called in Persona 3 Reload. It's very great for your physical fighters, makes Koromaru pair excellently with Aigis and Junpei, boosting their damage into the stratosphere. Of course, we can pet the dog and shake. Oh, dude, he is so versatile, so talented. Koromaru looks content. Maybe I should take him for a walk tomorrow instead. Yes, we can take Koromaru for walks, and there are mechanical benefits for doing so. Let's hang out with Akihiko, though. It looks like he wants to watch some DVDs. Do you know how to use the DVD player here? I thought I might as well use it once in a while. I have this compilation of some of the greatest matches between boxing legends. Watching professional techniques like this will surely help us in our own battles. Watching a boxing DVD with Sonata might help me gain more courage. Well, that's pretty useless, but if we watch together with Akihiko, want to watch it together? If you have time now, let's watch together. This might help him develop his own abilities.
Yes.
Alright, let's start watching.
Just from looking at a single jab, you can tell how different everything is at the top level. And not only are both fighters strong, they each have their own unique fighting style. What kind of fighter is your favorite?
You know, I really appreciate somebody with slick footwork.
I get that. The essence of boxing is to land hits without getting hit yourself. I tend to rely on footwork in my matches too. But someday, I'm hoping to master the style of infighting. Now that I'm watching these again, I can see there's a lot to learn from professional matches. Plus, when I do it here, I have someone to discuss things with. Let's do this again next time you're free.
I feel like my courage has improved from watching the intense boxing matches, which is completely useless, but hey, 2 points of courage to my capped out courage. I guess this makes me a little bit more badass.
Man, watching those guys fighting is making it hard for me to sit still. You wanna head to my room and wail on the punching bag for a bit?
I also almost forgot to go over quests in Persona 3 Portable. We've already completed the homunculus request here, so instead of getting a drink with Theodore's name, we still get one that bears the name of Elizabeth. I've heard there's a drink in your world that shares my sister's name. I'd like to try it someday. Will you accept this request? Of course. And of course, we've also got the date side quest. I'm going to quickly resolve the quest to get the Queen Elizabeth drink for Theo, and then just get that back to him so we can see the dialogue that he has. It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. So, this is the drink that has my sister's name. Queen Elizabeth. It does say Elizabeth, there's no denying it. But when I hold it up before me, I feel chills running up and down my spine. It's just my imagination. I shall refrain from drinking this. Now, as a reward, this time I prepared something for your friends. I like wearing clothes like this myself sometimes. I think I'd look better in it than my master. What do you think? Well, Igor has a very particular fashion style that works best for him. Anyways, I'm going to take care of the date with Theodore, and of course you'll be seeing that in the supplemental video. I got a text message. And it looks like Chihiro. Would you like to go somewhere together? Sorry for the short notice. If you have some time and are interested, please let me know before the end of the afternoon. Well, I'm probably going to ignore you, Chihiro, since we can't social link with you at this point. It's almost time for the home shopping show. Been a while since we've had a chance to check out what Tanaka is hawking. We haven't really been hanging out with him at the mall either. So, let's see here. Today's item, the assorted summer drink set. Is the heat driving to your wit's end? Cool off with these refreshing drinks. First off, we have the isotope soda, and you get 10 of them. So cool, so refreshing. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. But wait, there's more. We'll throw in this Mad Bull too. Guess how many? 20. All this for 39.80 yen. These items were a big hit last week, so we're going to be selling them again this week. Sounds like a good deal to me. Certainly a lot more convenient than waiting for the vending machine at the dorm to get restocked. Next time, we'll be introducing a spooky season set. Don't miss it. That's it for today. We're all sold out. Sorry, folks. We'll see you next Sunday. Same time, same channel. Okay, the shopping program is over, and we are ready to hit the town. Let's get out of here. After getting my daily card dupe, I think it's time to just pray for a little bit, see if we can get that 500 yen bill. Oh, no sign so far. Maybe we'll get lucky soon enough. Now, if we take a look at our text messages, hey! There's a familiar face there, some summertime fun. If you spend your vacation doing nothing, summer will be over before you know it. Listen, man, you gotta help me with my crazy genius idea. So hurry up and haul your ass to the strip mall. Alright, I'm over there, Junpei. Ah, Cullen, perfect timing. You see my message? The one about my great idea? I was thinking of carrying it out. Should I spend the day with Junpei? Nothing would make me happier. Hell yeah, you know what's up. Okay then, I'm gonna go buy the thing we need. Just wait here for me.
That's one magnificent melon, ain't she? It's the highlight of my day. So, I've been thinking of throwing a watermelon splitting party. We haven't really done anything summery since vacation started, you know? Especially Amada. He always looks so bored when I see him in the dorm. And man, that kills me to see. It'd be a real shame if he didn't have a single entry in his summer picture diary.
Oh, that's so thoughtful of you. I sense an ulterior motive, but let's play along.
I can already see the look on his face. He'll be like, Junpei-san, you're super cool and you're super nice. Oh, I mean, don't you know? They say women can't resist a guy with a soft spot for kids. And you know what that means? I'm gonna need your help. It's a win-win situation, don't you think? And you, oh boy. I think my arms are gonna fall off. Ah, yes. Today's shaping up to be a glorious day. Such a shame that the third years and the ladies won't be joining us.
If we're splitting watermelons, I'm out.
What? Just like that? You're not even gonna hear me out?
You have a watermelon and a bat. What else could it possibly be? That's more for little kids anyway. Plus, it's really hot out. And look, I get you're trying to be nice.
Ah, come on, we're bored, Ken. Can't you just live a little?
Hey, don't make it sound like we have nothing better to do. But I guess we really don't, huh? Come on, let's have some fun.
Well, when you put it that way, maybe just for a little bit.
I know, Koromaru. Don't you worry, boy. We didn't forget about you. All right, what are we waiting for? The youngest gets to draw first blood. Now this is what real summer feels like. My blood's pumping something fierce.
Look who's acting like a kid now. Oh yeah, where's the blindfold? We can't split watermelons with just a bat. Speaking of, this bat seems kind of worn in, doesn't it?
Oh, wow. You got that. That bat and I go way back. Had it since I was in Little League. I've never mentioned this before.
No, it's new to me.
Wow. Must have never had a chance to talk about it. That I used to play baseball, I mean. Anyway, that's old news now.
Wait, then should we really be hitting watermelons with this?
Well, nah, it's cool. Don't think I'll be using it much from here on out. What's wrong, bud? Dying to chomp on some melon?
Koromaru's trying to tell us something.
Hey, come on, Koromaru. We can't swing at the watermelon with you in the way.
Koromaru? Hey, why don't we use something other than the bat?
Oh, well, what do you want to use, Ken?
Anything, I guess. Just as long as it's interesting.
Interesting. Kind of a weird request. Oh, like if Sonata-san used his bare hands?
Someone say my name?
Whoa, Sonata-san.
Well, when I got back, I thought I heard voices coming from the roof, so I came to check it out. Watermelon splitting, huh?
That's right. We were just talking about what to use to hit it.
You're not gonna use that bat?
Well, we want to see you use your fists, Akihiko. Come on, shatter it in one punch.
My fists. On this?
Oh my god, yes! I'd actually love to see that. That's okay, right, Junpei-san?
Huh? Sure. If that's what you want.
Alright. Guess I better make this good then.
Hey, try not to go all out, or there won't be any left to eat.
Whoa! Sonata-san, you're incredible!
What the heck? How are we supposed to eat it now? Can't believe that thing was still edible after it exploded like that. Didn't go exactly how I was expecting, but looked like a mod ad. Man, I was acting kind of lame back there, huh? You know, before we busted the melon. I'm talking about the whole bat thing. You were just trying to be thoughtful. I didn't want to come off like I was having second thoughts, but guess I couldn't help it, huh? I was supposed to be this cool mentor, but instead, the kid ends up pitying me.
Oh, come on, Junpei. You did the best you could, and you have great qualities.
Don't worry about me anymore. I'll just get even sadder, you know? I mean, I'm not saying it's your fault, dude. How the hell do I put it? This is a me problem. It probably doesn't make sense. I feel like my life, my teenage years, it's just all over the place. Anyway, I think we're done for today, yeah? Appreciate you helping me prep and clean up. Well, let's head back downstairs.
Well, if nothing else, I appreciate that, Junpei, and we get some useless charm for seeing how considerate Junpei is. Probably one of the least helpful rewards we've gotten from doing these events so far.
Ah, good evening. I just came by to check in on Koromaru. Do you think he'll do well?
Oh, he seems like he'll do better than well, honestly.
That's good to hear. Well, given his reputation for loyalty, I wasn't too worried in the first place. If you have any concerns, please feel free to let me know anytime. It's only fair, considering I was the one who requested that Koromaru join the squad.
Oh, I'm all for Koromaru joining us. He's totally welcome. I'll even throw in training lessons from the master.
I'm pretty sure Koro-chan's already more disciplined than you. Could you even sit still if someone told you to stay?
Hey, don't compare me to a dog. I'm totally disciplined. I can follow directions. Kinda.
Yeah, you really sold us on it.
Anyway, so, Mr. Chairman, about those summer classes.
Ah, yes. I heard about Kirijo-kun's plan. It sounded like a good idea, so I went along with it.
No, why would you agree to that?
Oh, was I being nosy?
Oh, I'm missing out on my passionate summer romance. She's disappearing before my eyes. Farewell, my beautiful city girl, awaiting me by the shoreline.
The city or the shores. Pick one. Even if you didn't have classes, you'd probably just bum around the station all day. You should just accept your fate. Oh, by the way, Mr. Chairman, weren't you about to tell us something before he arrived?
Ah, that's right. Aside from my unnecessary meddling, I do have another request for all of you. Does everyone have a moment? I think it's a good time for you all to get a routine health checkup. You know where Tatsumi Memorial Hospital is, right?
Oh, that's where Sanada-senpai was treated before.
With how much you've all been fighting lately, it'd be best to stay on top of your physical health. It wouldn't be good if your personas were causing any strain on your bodies, right? I expect it shouldn't be too much of a detour to stop by the hospital after your summer classes.
I understand. Still, this is rather sudden.
Don't worry too much about it. Like they say, a stitch in time saves 9. Or your side. We'll be doing the checkups individually, one day at a time. You can decide amongst yourselves who goes when. Don't forget to deck up for your checkup. Just kidding. Oh, maybe bring your evokers in case you need to take any shots?
Yes.
Okay, I thought that last one was a little funny, honestly. Anyways, I was just talking with everyone about Koromaru, but were you talking with Koromaru? He'll need to be taken on walks, but won't be assigning that duty to anyone in particular. If it would help if you could take Koromaru out for a walk at night, if it seems he wants to go for one. So, this is a new mechanic we probably won't be using too often in Persona 3 Reload, but it comes up pretty frequently. Well, not pretty frequently, but every now and again in FES and Portable. Every now and again we'll be able to take Koromaru out for walks, and we can potentially run into people out in the town to develop our social links with them, or we can just walk Koromaru by our lonesome in order to get an item from him, or we can take our teammates out to walk Koromaru for additional scenes we'd otherwise not get with them. Over there you can see Aigis is ready to do some gardening, and we're definitely going to do that. I don't want to hear that your grades are slipping because you're spending too much time in Tartarus. There's nothing I can do to help with that. So study hard and do your best in summer school. Alright.
Let's see.
It must be easier taking Koromaru on walks with nights being cool this time of year. Dogs can regulate their body heat by sweating, you see, so remember to keep an eye on him. Oh, they can't regulate. I was gonna say, wait a second, that's not right. So that's the whole reason they do the panting.
By the way,
Alright, this is Koromaru's new home, isn't it? It's gonna be a lot of fun with him around. Glad Ken likes the doggo. Sports and school work the same. No matter how strong you are, those who don't put in the effort fail. It's the same with school. If you don't study, you won't pass your tests. Okay, words of the wise from Akihiko. Of course, we've got Koromaru over there for his walk. I don't want to get his hopes up, though. That's it, Junpei the Wise has yet another brilliant idea. All I have to do is become a dog. I don't want to have to go to summer school either. Koro-chan is trying to say something. I bet he's complimenting me for being so smart. I bet he's laughing at you, saying how stupid you are. Stupid! Summer school starts tomorrow. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm dreading it. Damn right! Hey, Koromaru, want to switch places with me? That would actually be pretty funny. Can I help you? Well, let's talk! I get not wanting to attend summer school, but I think it's necessary. After we defeat the rest of the shadows, we'll become the ordinary high school students again. If we fall behind in our studies now, we'll be in big trouble later. Well, aren't you the studious type, Fuka? I wish I could share your enthusiasm. Anyways, speaking of enthusiasm, I'm enthusiastic about some gardening. How about you, Aigis? Would you find it permissible to visit the rooftop again? I believe it's time we check on the progress of our cultivation efforts. Absolutely. The quality of the produce might improve if we tend to the rooftop planters together. Aigis might gain a new ability soon. Absolutely, that's what we want to see. I'm ready to deploy at any time. Shall we engage, Cullen-san? Sure, let's go.
Yes.
Understood. I'll begin making my way to the rooftop with maximum efficiency.
It appears they are growing well. Hip hip hooray, as they say. The ladybug has grown into a fine adult as well. I believe this is mission complete. Well done.
Oh, it's thanks to your help, Aigis.
I I tried to do everything in my power. I'm glad I was of service. The Ladybug put in a lot of work as well. We thank you for your service. I've realized something, tending these plants alongside you. I've made many new discoveries beside these planters. Everyone is doing the best they can to make their way in the world. That goes for the plants, and the pests, and the ladybug too, and you as well. I may be a machine, but I also want to do the best I can. I will do my best to make my way in the world, just like everyone else. That is my new goal from now on.
I won't let you beat me, though.
I am impressed. I hadn't expected a competition here. Hearing that, my motivation is fully charged, as they say.
Aigis seems to have found a new purpose through tending the plants. And we get Aigis' characteristic unlocked, and this one is amazing. Fizz Boost strengthens all physical skills, regardless of type. Now, don't get too excited. This is not equivalent to the boost passives that we have, like Fire Boost or Slash Boost or any of that. It's not a 25% bonus. Because it's all-encompassing, it's a little bit weaker than that. It is a 10% bonus. Still, this stacks beautifully with any passive accessories you give to Aigis, like Pierce Boost, as well as Orgia Mode, because that Fizz Boost also multiplies into the Orgia Mode bonus, giving Aigis 2.2 times extra damage on her attacks when in Orgia Mode. Extra beautiful if you give her Orgia Mode boosting equipment. We're going to see a lot of good damage coming out of this passive, even more so once we get the upgrade to it.
Naturally, I will still continue to look after them at full throttle. Let's get started right away.
I tended the plants with Aigis. Looks like they're going to grow nicely.
Once again, our mission has concluded without incident today. Let's head back now.
Before we get on to the main business for this cut to Persona 3 FES, I'd just like to let you know that my quiz game session on Saturday has brought my academics from smart to intelligent. This is also the point where I can just stop playing quiz game. The gap between intelligent and rank 6 academics in FES and Vanilla is really, really narrow, so you really don't need to keep playing quiz game once you hit this point. If you want to get there faster and you're really close to the cutoff for needing max academics, then yeah, keep playing quiz game. But we're going to have something in the very near future that's almost going to instantly boost us to maxed out academics. I'm playing dumb at this point. It's necessary. It's unnecessary. It's summer school. It's summer school. Anyways, moving on. The main thing I wanted to show off is that in FES and Portable, we can now begin a social link side quest that is a little ways off from us in Persona 3 Reload at this point. We won't see it until a little bit later, but we can begin it right now, and we'll get the payoff for it much sooner in FES and Portable. So, remember that striped shirt young man from the beginning of Maiko's social link? Rank 3, I believe. Well, ever since then, and the summer has started, he's been hanging around Naganaki Shrine on Sundays. Your eyes are so clear. Your soul must be burning brightly. The young man must be intrigued by you because of your impressive academics. You need rank 4 academics to prompt this reaction. Very easy to reach at this stage of the game. The me that I see reflected in your eyes, and the real me, if there is such a thing, how far apart are they? About to the tune of 3 light years. Yeah, that's about right. A long, sad distance to travel. Oh, dude, I was just making a joke. You don't have to be so cynical about it. But he is smiling, so perhaps he's being sardonic in turn. Your words are very beautiful. If I had something to write with, I'd write them down. I have a fountain pen. It uses red ink. Blood red. My pen is my supporter, my spokesman, and my friend. However, it seems to have disappeared. Without it, my screams are silenced. The young man seems sad. Apparently his fountain pen is missing. Now that Koromaru has formally joined the team, we can resolve this side quest right away, but not until this evening. Now, I'm going to go initiate Mamoru's social link, and I'll meet you back at the dorm during the evening. Once you've spoken to the striped-shirted young man, go talk to Koromaru at any time during the evening, and... you spot something under Koromaru's paw. Would you like to pick it up? I think we should. Because if we do pick it up, it's a red fountain pen. Obtain the red fountain pen. Now, once you have that pen, you can return it to that young man at any time on Sunday, and that will initiate his social link. Which social link? Well, you're just gonna have to wait until we see what it is. Anyways, we've got summer school to get to, right after hanging out with a drunk monk. Cutting over to Persona 3 Portable now, Tanaka is hawking off a Spirit Drain card today, and the additional item we get is 4 health supplements. Both of these things are completely worthless, so we're not going to waste any of our money on it. Not that it really matters that much, but I don't think it would really be worth the the investment. Those are not very useful items. Now, thankfully, I did not screw up the thing that I thought I did. Because we've been progressing Maiko's social link much further in Portable than we have in FES, I was able to activate the Red Fountain Pen side quest much sooner and collect it from Koromaru last night, which means I can hand it off to the thin young man right now and begin the social link, which I will be doing so right now. And yes, this leads to the Sun social link. It'll be a little bit longer yet before we see it in Persona 3 Reload. But one thing I would like to note about this social link is that it is another one like Tanaka's, where the answers you give do not matter. You always get a rank up from participating in the social link. The caveat with this one is that it's only available on Sunday, so there is a bit of opportunity cost in pursuing it, because you won't be able to use relationship fortunes on the days that you're advancing the Sun social link. But I'm going to be starting in Persona 3 Portable, and we'll be seeing it move along periodically. We still have plenty of Sundays we need to dedicate to our other social links. Rise and shine, sailors. It be Monday, and summer school starts today. Not exactly what I was looking forward to. Summer school is a bit of a unique section of the game. Well, not unique in a good way. Morning. It's already so hot at this hour. By the way, have you heard anything about the dates for the health checkup? No, I haven't. What? Really? I told Junpei to let you know. Yours is on August 14th, Zeller-kun. Anyway, it's seriously way too hot out here. Let's hurry and get inside. I need to be in a classroom with air conditioning. Stat. Note that the health checkups are a new aspect of the Summer School 2 Reload. That was not something that was a thing in FES and Portable. Now, Summer School itself, it is the first day of Summer School. Despite the summer heat, I managed to pay attention to the lecture. Summer School gets us a semi-unique bonus in Persona 3 FES and Portable, and something that we got a lot more frequently early in Persona 3 Reload. Those 2 notes we're getting is actually a plus 3-point boost. This is liable to be the only time in Persona 3 FES and Portable you get a 3-point boost, since you'll more than likely never be using the restaurants at Iwatodai Strip Mall, and each day of Summer School is an entire day lost. We do not get to do anything at night during summer school. It is not like the training camp, unfortunately, so we just have a week eaten up by summer school. At least we get a new cutscene once the 14th rolls around. It's the second day of summer school. And Mr. Edogawa is here to talk our ear off. I know it's hot, everyone, but let's just try and get through class. Focus pocus. Still, who would have thought people would actually attend this course over the summer? You sure are a curious lot. I'm not really sure what to make of that. Well, anyway, let's talk about something interesting today. All you future magicians will want to pay close attention. Today's subject is tarot. That's right, those cards often used in fortune-telling. Despite originating in 15th century Europe as normal playing cards, tarot cards evolved into tools of divination. There are a variety of tarot card decks, including the Marseille and the Rider decks. But today, in honor of the great Crowley, we'll be using the Thoth deck. First, let's talk about the composition of the deck. The modern 78-card tarot deck is divided into 2 parts. There are 22 major arcana, the face cards, and 56 minor arcana, or number cards. The minor arcana are also sometimes called pip cards. The major arcana feature a variety of illustrations on their faces, beginning with the Fool and ending with the Universe. They tell a story in numerical order that represents an individual's journey through life. Each major arcana represents a stage on that journey, and each stage represents an event an individual must experience to achieve wholeness.
Let's do just that.
They are all important, so let's take a look at each of the 22 cards, one by one. The first card, numbered 0, is the Fool. It represents beginnings and suggests infinite possibilities. In other words, the beginning of life. The next card is the Magician. It represents action and initiative, but also immaturity. The High Priestess represents contemplation and inner knowledge. The Empress represents both motherhood and maternal love as well as one's vitality. The Emperor is an opposing card. It represents fatherhood as well as leadership and decision-making skills. The Hierophant represents formality and knowledge. It is a symbol for religion. The Lovers represent choice. Here, the individual finally begins to develop a conscience. The Chariot represents the individual's victory, but only a momentary one. Justice is exactly what it sounds like, knowing what is right and what is wrong. The Hermit represents self-reflection. In other words, searching for answers deep within one's heart. Fortune represents fate and the opportunities it brings. Strength represents both passion and self-control. It is depicted as power with reason. The Hanged Man reflects the individual's inability to take action. Spiritual death awaits the individual with the 13th card, which is aptly named Death. Death is considered a transitional card. With death, the old ends and the new begins. Alright. Now, let us move on to what happens following the transition. Temperance is the balancing of opposites. One opening one's eyes to the world allows for growth, and then an encounter with the devil is where one faces temptation. At the tower, the individual's values will start to collapse. It seems as if there's nothing to believe in. The individual then finds a glimmer of hope in the star, granting one peace and serenity. In turn, this makes one vulnerable to the moon's illusions, which gives way to fear and trepidation. But the individual may be rewarded with a bright future by the sun, which signifies true achievement. Judgment awaits the individual at the journey's end when looking back on the path one has traveled. The final card is the Universe, which represents the individual reaching full awareness. And that's the growth of an individual as explained by the tarot cards. Perhaps all this talk about life doesn't hit home with you young folks just yet. Well now, you can use all 78 cards to divine the future in detail, but most people only use the 22 major arcana. Okay, next let's talk about fortune telling using the major arcana. First, you'll need to shuffle the cards. If the card is reversed, its meaning will change. Now this is important, so pay attention. Mr. Edogawa continues to drone on and on. Despite the summer heat, I managed to pay attention to his lecture. It's the third day of summer school. Despite the summer heat, I managed to pay attention to the lecture. I'm feeling, well, not great, but we are making progress on our academics because we have reached Academics 5, Intelligent. Wonderful thing to see. Just one last thing to remark on in Persona 3 Portable, we have had our academics boost from smart to intelligent over the course of summer school, much like they did in Persona 3 Reload. So again, just one more rank up to go and we're good. And like Persona 3 Reload, we're going to get that much closer to the cutoff than we are in FES. It's the fourth day of summer school. Despite the summer heat, I managed to pay attention to the lecture. Unfortunately, we do not see the same tangible benefits that we saw yesterday, but that is okay. It's almost time to head to summer school. I need to stop by Tatsumi Memorial Hospital on the way back later today. Oh boy, it's Mr. Edogawa again on the 5th day of summer school. Now, let's begin. Yodhei vehei. How are you all handling the heat? I could brew you some of my special tea if you'd like. Now, let's continue with our special summer course, The Truth Behind Magic. I'll be talking about Kabbalah. I assume all of you have at least heard of Kabbalah, yes? It's known as the mystical study of Hebrew scriptures, but, as I've mentioned before, it had a great impact on Western sorcery. It has been said that to learn the secrets of magic, you must first understand Kabbalah. Okay. So, who was the person who formed this incredible ideology known as Kabbalah? Well, according to legend, it was Moses. Yes, that Moses. The Moses who gave us the 10 Commandments and split the Red Sea. but in reality it was formulated by a group of rabbis long, long ago. However, because it features such a complicated coded system, Kabbalah did not become known to the Western world until much later. Now, it is important to note that there are many different ancient methods of deciphering Kabbalah. For example, there is gematria, the interpretation of text by replacing letters with the numbers they represent. There is notarikon, where you take a letter from each word to form another sentence or thought. There is also tamura, a method where letters of words are replaced, thereby giving the sentence new meaning. All of these different methods make it difficult to fully comprehend Kabbalah. Now, one of the most important ideas of Kabbalah is the Tree of Life, comprised of the 10 Sephirot. Most illustrations depict it as a chart shaped like a tree. The 10 nodes represented by the Sephirot and the 22 paths connecting them all come together to form a map of God's creation and the spiritual ascent of man. Where did we come from? Where are we going? These answers lie in the Sephirot. When training your magic, it's important to picture the Sephirot every so often. And when you are meditating, you should focus on the Sephirot as well. This is going to be on the test, you know. They say knowledge is another form of magic, so study hard. If you find yourself struggling, well, you may wish to turn to the Sephirot. By the way, did you notice that I said there were 22 paths? Yes, that's right. The same number as the major arcana I've spoke of before. Now, continuing on, according to Kabbalah, existence is broken up into 4 worlds. Oh yes, before I forget, I'll be giving supplementary lessons at the nurse's office as of the 2nd semester. I'm thinking of doing demonstrations with tarot cards. But I won't have time for that during the lecture, so if you're interested, stop by after school. Everyone is welcome. We'll have to keep that in mind. That actually sounds pretty interesting. Mr. Edogawa continues to drone on and on. Despite the summer heat, I managed to pay attention to his lecture. I should go to the Tatsumi Memorial Hospital for my checkup. Nothing would fill me with more joy, I said sarcastically.
Thanks for being so patient. That just about concludes your checkup. Sorry yours ended up taking so much longer than everyone else's.
Ah, that's okay.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you say that. Although, we could have done it another time and taken a full day for it. Your persona abilities are rather unusual compared to the others, aren't they? That's why we had to run so many more tests on you. Well, based on how you performed so far, I don't expect there to be any problems. Persona abilities can be dangerous, depending on how they're used. With that in mind, it can't hurt to err on the side of caution. How are you feeling about it? Do you have any concerns about your power?
I think it's pretty kick-ass.
Good to hear. And I don't think there will be any issues with your test results either. I truly am grateful for everything the team has done, especially you. Things have really changed for the better since you arrived. Our team has grown, and we've even figured out how we can eliminate the dark hour. In a way, you've sort of gotten the clock ticking for us again. It's almost as if we were just waiting for you these past 10 years. I'm afraid I can only support you from behind the scenes. But I'll be counting on you to eliminate the 4 remaining shadows. Now then, it's getting pretty late. Why don't we get you back to the door? Oops, excuse me for a second. Hello? Oh, thanks for your help the other day. Uh-huh. Yes. It's missing from that document? It's urgent? Wait, but by today?
Looks like you received an urgent call. I should head back to the dorm alone.
Iwatodai. This is the final train bound for Tatsumi Port Island. Please board before the scheduled departure time.
Oh, it looks like you're at Iwatodai Station now. It's so late. We were starting to get worried. Did you run into any trouble?
Nah, the checkup just took a long time.
Oh, I see. I hope everything's alright. I'll let Kirijo-senpai know. We're in the command room right now. I'll go ahead and navigate you back to the dorm. I'm sure you'll be fine, but considering what happened with Koro-chan, I'd rather play it safe.
Thanks, Fuka. I appreciate it.
Wait, I can sense a shadow! And it's really close to you! It's over at the Moonlight Bridge! It's too dangerous to go alone. You should stay put until everyone else gets there. Oh no! There's another reading near the shadow! It's a person!
Okay, hold on. I'll buy some time.
Oh, wait!
Oh my. And what have we here? So much power, so much chaos. I'd not be foolish enough to turn my back on such a predator. And on top of that, we have an unexpected guest tonight. Not a very favorable situation, all things considered. So, given this little predicament, how do you intend to partake?
Well, I can't just let you die.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, is it? Sound reasoning. What a hapless night, is it not? Well then, shall we begin? No.
Well, starting things off, we just got hit with something pretty nasty there. Debilitate, lowering all our abilities. We better stick to something that isn't weak to anything. We don't know what this does, and we don't know what Takaya is capable of. I think we should just go for a simple strike here, see if we can't land a critical hit. Looks like it's a little resistant.
So that's your strategy. You make a good target.
Well, his gun is a little bit more impressive than anything I was capable of doing. How about we go for arrow rain? Perhaps pierce damage will also do some good here.
I'm impressed. It's tougher than it looks. This too is fate.
Ugh. Little rough, but I'm hanging in there. Let's go for another arrow rain here. With our resistance to its physical attacks, we should be fine. Check it out, an arrow rain's doing pretty good for us there.
But it's time to end this. You make a good target. As a reward for your efforts, let me show you my power. Come, Persona! How about this? The finale was surprisingly unsatisfying, wasn't it?
Hey, he was able to do that without an evoker. Defeated Shadow seems to have dropped something.
Your persona ability is truly fascinating. It's different from the one I saw the last time, isn't it? So, you can choose from multiple personas to fit the situation. You must be burdened with an extremely unusual fate. It seems your friend has arrived. Then I suppose I'll have to be on my way for tonight. What is your name?
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to tell you.
I'll see to it that I remember. Enemies though we may be, I'm not one for leaving a debt unsettled. I shall have to repay you another time.
Are you all right? Did you already defeat the shadow? Good work, but that was an unnecessary risk you took.
I had help.
You can fill me in on the way back. In any case, I'm glad you're okay.
I explained what happened on our way back to the dorm.
Yes.
Oh, there you are. You had a long night, huh? On that note, let's not go to Tartarus tonight. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. I'd like to look into Strega with Chairman's help. If I find anything out, I'll let you know. Also, I understand your circumstances last night, but try to avoid staying out late from now on. But yes, that entire scenario with the checkup and with Takaya is entirely new to Persona 3 Reload. Takaya and the rest of Strega in general get a couple more scenes in Reload than they did in Persona 3 FES and Portable, in the interest of fleshing them out as antagonists a little bit more. And we get our final lecture and our 3-point academic boost. With the 6 days of summer school that we attended, we get a cool plus 18 to our academic score. Very helpful. Kinda wish we still got our nights, but hey, you can't expect everything. Hey, box on the counter. What I ordered through the TV network, we get some isotope sodas and some Mad Bull. At least summer school's over now, but I feel like we kind of wasted our summer vacation. I'll have to make a bunch of plans to make up for it. Wonder if anything's going on soon. I am currently aware of a summer festival tomorrow and a film festival the following day. Oh, that's right. Wait, Aigis, are you thinking of about going to the festivals?
Yes.
Indeed. My data indicates that festivals and other events of this sort offer unique experiences. So, for investigative purposes, I plan to infiltrate such a shindig.
Yeah.
Well, try not to stand out too much. That would make things interesting if Aigis got figured out. Come to think of it, the crops I planted on the rooftop should be ready to be harvested by now. Maybe I should check on them. And we've got a couple of interesting things we could check out here. Over here is Koromaru. I forget if he's still expecting to walk. Junpei is available to garden, but we don't care to do that because we've already maxed out his abilities for now. We can go to Tartarus tonight, and we can talk with our crew if we so desire. But I think that's enough for this video. We've gone on long enough, so let's update our save here, and let's call it. Next time, we'll hopefully be able to do more than just go to summer school for the entire evening. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, no. But it's my right to waste your time.